Hey there folks, and welcome to this video, and here I'm going to be talking about a WRC, and I'm going to be talking about the WRC's return to action. I've been doing this after a couple of different series have returned to racing, and it's been to kind of talk about its return. I've been talking about how they've been dealing with situations around the world, and how they've managed to implement different measures, and the WRC is probably the most interesting one. Because of the rallies that they visited. They visited Estonia first off. The handling of the ongoing pandemic there is brilliant. I think their last recorded death was over a month ago now, and before that, you're going back to June. So they were actually able to have fans there. The WRC was able to come back after having gone on a break and cut Rally Mexico short because people weren't going to be able to get back from Mexico. They managed to return from their break, and they managed to make a return with fans there. I believe it was tens of thousands even, so that's actually wonderful for the WRC. And then of course we had a Rally Turkey, which wasn't held with fans, and potentially I might do a video in the future to talk about what that might mean for the Turkish Grand Prix, where they're hoping to have tens of thousands, if not to say 100,000 spectators. But even then they managed to be kind of under control. There wasn't any idea that things were out of control in the service park. What it has meant is it's meant shorter rallies, and to be honest, as much as it means that, for example, somebody like myself who has a WRC Plus subscription doesn't get the same kind of content, it means we're rallying again, and it's put together different challenges as drivers now have to, even with rougher rallies like Turkey, have some kind of sprint mindset as well. I mean, we saw this with the Yetebildi and Shetebildi stages. We saw that whilst there was still the element of survival of the fittest in Turkey, it was also a thing of you had to be able to go fast. And Elfyn Evans managed to do that brilliantly, which is why he won the rally. Of course, that meant that it was also as a result of some bad luck for other people. Neuville, Ogier, Tanak, Loeb. But he still did brilliantly, as others fell by the wayside. And Estonia, it was just flat out. And I think that's brilliant. I think it's great that we've had a return to racing like this. And it's quite unprecedented compared to other sports. Most of them, of course, were returning early, which meant without fans. But they were able to return with more fans in Estonia than F1 was able to do until the Russian Grand Prix. And even then, that's because of local restrictions in Russia. It's not because Russia's been handling it better, because it hasn't compared to Estonia. And I think that's something that's quite important. Because we want to see the return to racing. I want to see fans coming back to racing. But at the same time, you have to look out for people's well-being first. And I have good faith that the WRC is going to do that. Yeah, and to be honest, there's not really been a series that I've been particularly unimpressed with in terms of their return to action yet. Like, there haven't been any that have had to go on to an extended break. I mean, even Formula 1 was able to deal well with one of its drivers testing positive. Formula E was able to deal with a driver not being able to race because of travel restrictions. It's been a slow return, it's been a measured return, but it's been a good return. By F1, by the WRC, by a bunch of series, all commissioned by the FIA. And I think that's incredibly important. On that note, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.